Everything is set up to work out for you. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. There's a phrase that is similar to this that people tend to use, which is everything is always working out for me. Now that's a great affirmation or just a statement that you could use. And if you know why it's true, why everything is always working out for you, then it is a great statement to keep you connected with the fact of how it is that everything is working out for you, which will keep you at ease and it will keep you optimistic. It will keep you in alignment as long as you know why. But if you make that statement and you don't really know why that's true and you're just working on, just accepting it kind of as, well, somebody told me it sounds good. But if you don't really have the background, the belief in it, so that you really, really feel it, then it's going to be counterproductive. It's going to draw attention to the lack and absence of the things that you want. It's going to be shaky. So you can decide for yourself at this point if that statement, if you know really why it's true and it feels very solid to you, then it's a great statement to make. And what I want to cover in this video is a way so that you can know why that statement is absolutely accurate, and also you can know why everything is set up to work out for you. Because when you're in that perspective of life, that knowing of life, it's a lot easier to feel good, to be in that positive flowing energy, high vibration, in alignment all the time, no matter what the current conditions of life are around you. So let's dig into this and really see what it means so that we're solid in knowing why everything is set up to work out for us. So we're energy beings. We're always energy beings in the universe. And then we decide we're going to come into a physical body, and it's an energy body, and we're still an energy being. We just have a physical extension to our pure positive energy self. So we kind of have a dual nature for the duration that we have the physical body on planet Earth. And once we're finished with that body, then we're pure positive energy again. But while we're here, we are a high vibration being, and we did come for joyous expansion, and we knew it. We knew this is the reason that we came here, right? We came to live the cycle of joyous expansion, and we knew who we were, and we know how the universe works, and so we had that knowing, because our inner being always has that knowing. Us as pure positive energy have that knowing. But then we get into planet Earth, and then we start picking up faulty beliefs. And we don't get the real accurate story of life. We don't get this full understanding of how life works. And so it's more of a challenge for us to have those good feeling thoughts on everything all the time, because we're not sure everything's working out for us. We're not sure if we can have what we want. We're not sure if we're good enough to have it, or if we've been good enough to have it. But that's all faulty belief stuff, because in the true process, we're just going through our day, natural, having experiences, anything where we don't like the way something is, that's the contrast, natural contrast, a celebration of the expansion of what we want. Our inner being takes care of all of that and all the details. And then as we're knowing that, and we're appreciating the contrast for the clarity, and we're appreciating other things in our physical life, and we're looking forward to the receiving of more of the things that we want. See, we're transmitting all of that high vibration thought energy. That's our flow through the day. Law of attraction then is connecting us to the details, and we're going to be receiving those things that we want. And that's what we came for. But what has happened is those faulty beliefs, and what they tend to do is represented in this picture, because when we have the faulty beliefs, then we got to bring this stuff back into the picture here, because we're thinking thoughts that we picked up from when we were a child, And let's face it, those thoughts, that voice in your head that's telling you anything that's not in agreement with what you want and who you are, telling you things about yourself that don't feel good, telling you things about life that don't feel good, that voice, it's your parents. It's your parents and perhaps other adults around you, maybe some early school teachers. But it's all those adults and what they believed. And you heard it so much that you started to believe it. And so that's what those faulty beliefs were. But they were programmed too. So let's always remember the people before us, they were little kids and they got programmed too. And then the people before them and the people before them, and it goes a long way back. So we just keep inheriting that stuff, but we don't want to do that anymore. We know how it works now. We know the creative process, so we want to recognize those faulty thoughts. We want to recognize them because what they do is they tend to pull us off the path. They tend to keep us stationary. They tend to get our attention and cause us to think that life is rough, that we are stuck, that we got to do something and we don't know how to do it, how to get further ahead in life. But this picture is kind of like a small version of the creative process. And it's really a lot like the Wizard of Oz, too. I mean, really, that script is so similar to the creative process because vibrational reality is like the land of Oz. And the wizard is like your inner being. And the path, the yellow brick road, is the wonderful path that leads you to vibrational reality so you can receive all that you want. But you see, that movie's a fairy tale. In that way, we always see it as a fairy tale, but I'm here to tell you that script is very, very close to the creative process. So somebody had to know something. And as we look at that, see the Wicked Witch in the movie, the Wicked Witch is trying to pull the characters off the path. She doesn't want them to get to Emerald City, and because she wants to be in charge of the domain here. And so they just carry on. They just work through it and keep moving. And it's kind of the same thing in life as faulty beliefs talk with us and try to get our attention on current physical reality, telling us how bad it is or how stuck we are or we did something wrong or we ruined our life or why can't we get ahead. See, that's all that same kind of voice after us to trying to pull us off in the bush. And if we listen, then we're going there. And guess what? If we don't know the creative process and we're not strong with it, we're probably going to fall into that momentum because those beliefs got some pretty strong momentum, and they'll get in your head and they'll keep your attention for quite some time. I'm sure you all know what I mean. When something gets spinning in your head that doesn't feel good about some aspect of your life, it can be quite a thing to reckon with. But now we have the creative process, so now we can start to talk to it, right? We can catch it in the early stages so it doesn't get too much momentum, and we can call it out. It's faulty, not true, not accurate at all. There is a vibrational reality. There is our inner being. There is the path to what we want. Those things we want to be sure of. So sure that when the faulty belief comes, we can just call them out as ridiculous. They're not the true version of life at all. The creative process is the true version of life. And as we repeat and connect with that true version of life every time the faulty belief comes up and it tells us we're not good enough or life is hard, we talk back to it and say, no, it's not that way. That's what I learned growing up. But now I'm learning the true knowledge in life. That came from faulty information of people that didn't know it. But now I'm getting it. And I realize that that's all very false. So you just keep telling yourself, reconnecting with what's true. And gradually what happens is these faulty beliefs start to fade away, and they're literally replaced with the natural beliefs of life. And then they're not influencing your thoughts anymore. So you really don't have those kinds of thoughts. Your thoughts are more in, life is good. I'm going to have fun on my way to receiving that. I appreciate the contrast, the clarity that I got. Nobody's doing anything to me. Everything's a mirror of my vibration. Everything is on track. Everything's working out for me. You see, there's that statement. Everything is working out for me because no matter what it is, it's a vibrational match to where I am. And everything is set up to work out for me because I know there's vibrational reality and everything is there that I want. And as I am choosing those good feeling thoughts, both conditionally of things that are in my life and unconditionally about the way life works, now I'm flowing in that high vibration energy. I've got this nice high vibration energy going to the law of attraction, and it's connecting me with the details of the path for me to move along. and receive. All that stuff starts to manifest into my physical experience. So that is the importance of knowing the creative process, because you can use a statement like everything is always working out for me, and now you know why it's true. And if you explain it to yourself, then it's going to get more solid with you. So if you say it and you feel a little shaky, then explain, well, why is that true? Why is everything always working out for me? And you get into a diagram like this, right? You listen to that, what I'm saying there. You listen to what I said here, and you make your own notes about it, and you make your own script up about it, and you say, well, everything is working out for me because, and you explain that to yourself. And then another faulty belief comes and tries to talk to you and talk you off the path, and you talk back to it. And you do it every time it tries to talk you off, and then it gets weaker and weaker and weaker until it's gone. And in fact, if I recall, there is a scene in the movie The Wizard of Oz where they throw the bucket of water on the witch, I believe, and she starts to fade away to really nothingness. And that's what faulty beliefs are, nothingness. And so the bucket of water, in our case, in the creative process, is our talk about the creative process to show why there's no power in those faulty beliefs, that they're absolutely ridiculous and nonsense. We're an amazing being, powerful, full of gifts and talents, come here to be a link in the chain of humanity, a network of humanity, serving each other, serving ourselves all at the same time. The universe is behind all of us equally all the time to set it all up and orchestrate it all. Our inner being is in there doing all of that for us. And we just keep processing everything in our day in a way that shows us that it's serving us. It feels good to us. We understand it. See, we understand it vibrationally. We're not getting upset or bothered by anything. We're just staying calm, and we get excited. Of course, we get enthusiastic. We have that whole spectrum of good feeling, positive emotion, and then we just move along to receive. And that's the way that life is set up to be for us. And so it's really important that we understand that, and how life is set up to work out for us. Everything is set up to work out for us, because that's the very thing that lets you talk those faulty beliefs away. You see, you got them as a child, as I said, and you didn't know you were getting them. People didn't know they were giving them to you, but they are there, lodged in your subconscious mind with momentum, talking to you and talking with the law of attraction. So they are causing things to manifest in your life at the same time they're influencing you. And now you've got a way to talk them away, as you know why everything is set up to work out for you, which is explained here in the creative process. That's why you want to be very fluent with it. And then you can always talk those faulty beliefs away, and they just disappear and are replaced with the natural beliefs of life, so that the automatic thoughts henceforth become all thoughts that feel good to you. No matter what the situation is, you can understand it vibrationally. And we don't end up getting that influence from the wicked witch that sends us on the rodeo ride down to the train wreck and really keeps us from moving forward in life. See, that's what happens if we don't move on the path, because if we are listening to faulty beliefs, then we're off the path and we're not moving forward to receive what we want. We just keep in that same cycle, right? People say, well, my life is just the same. I can't get out of this cycle. Seems like I'm stuck. It keeps happening the same way. This is the reason right here. This is the exact reason. You keep paying attention to a physical reality that manifested from faulty beliefs. And so you're keeping in that energy, and it's just a vicious cycle. You see it, you think about it, you vibrate it, law of attraction gives you back, and you just keep going in that cycle over and over and over. And the thing that's going to break you free is when you stop and say, no, those thoughts are not true. That idea is not true. I am an amazing being. And then you just go into some self-talk that reconnects you with who you are, the way life is, how everything is set up to work out for you. And then you can make the statement, everything is always working out for me, and I know why. Everything is set up to work out for me, and I know why. And it's all in this video. So save it, and when you get into a a discussion with a faulty belief and it wants to win that discussion, you got to come at it with this stuff. And if you do, it's going to shrink away, just like the Wicked Witch did in the movie. And you're going to be free to live your life in the high vibration way that you came for. Okay, that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post and enjoy your day.